Prologue. Long before our story begins, the world was united beneath the grand empire of Kalderis, a vast realm made up of 6 great continents. For generations, they prospered together. Trade ships crossed the seas daily, carrying goods, knowledge, and people between distant lands. Armies stood watch to preserve peace rather than wage war, and every continent played its part in maintaining the empire's strength. But that age of prosperity did not last. Across Kalderis, strange signs began to appear. The winds no longer followed predictable patterns. The seas became violent and unnatural, with waves crashing against one another in open water. Sailors vanished without explanation, animals abandoned their homes, and fear slowly spread across the empire. No one knew why. Our story, however, takes place on one of those 6 continents, Aldoria. Aldoria was the industrial heart of Kalderis, famous for its vast mines that reached deep beneath the earth. Its mountains yielded precious metals, gemstones, and resources that helped fuel the empire itself. Wealthy merchant families and powerful noble houses built their fortunes upon these mines, and the continent flourished. Then the warnings came. Miners reported strange tremors far below the ground, as though something ancient had begun to stir beneath the stone. Mount Valros, a volcano believed dormant for centuries, awoke not with fire, but with a deep, endless rumble that echoed across the land. Soon after, mystics abandoned their temples, delivering a single desperate warning: go below, hide from the sky. What comes is not natural. Many refused to believe them until it was too late. The skies darkened, the winds screamed across the land, and the greatest storm in history descended upon Aldoria. Endless rain flooded the countryside. Lightning split the heavens without pause. Tornadoes tore through forests and cities alike, while monstrous storms consumed the coasts. The people fled underground into the great mining networks that had once made Aldoria wealthy. There they remained for roughly 2 weeks, cut off from the surface. Time blurred together as the storm raged overhead without pause. Mines collapsed. Entire noble families were buried alive. Food and water dwindled, and countless survivors died not from the storm itself, but from starvation, fear, and the crushing weight of waiting. Then, without warning, it ended. The survivors emerged expecting to find their homeland in ruins. Instead, they found something far stranger. Much of Aldoria was simply gone. Great cities had vanished without a trace. Roads no longer existed. Familiar landmarks had disappeared. In their place stood only scattered ruins, forgotten castles, and abandoned villages unlike anything anyone remembered. Some believed they had somehow traveled into Aldoria's distant past. Seeking answers, survivors rebuilt what little they could before turning to the sea. The neighboring continents had once been only days away by ship, but every expedition returned with the same terrifying discovery. There was nothing. No distant shores, no neighboring kingdoms, no trace that the other 5 continents had ever existed. Whether Kalderis was destroyed, hidden, or lost to history, no one could say. All that remained was Aldoria, and it is here, in this mysterious and broken land, that your story begins.